Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology Replay. Come on now, play. There it goes. Spawn bottom left side as the blue set. We got Affligemm, butchered that name well enough. Spawn on the right side as the red Zeus. Got Mafia. Blue immediately activate his vision. This map seems pretty small. At least it seems the town centers are pretty close by each other. There's two large wood deposits along the side, so good source of wood. The extra town centers off the side. This one's a little bit more contestable. Obelisk there deployed on the field. When it comes to relics on the map, we got the Pythos Scepter. Makes farms cheaper, so it's easy to transition into them. Up here, got the skull of the Priacopes, small group of monkeys. Down south, we do have the Girdle of Hippolyta, gives ranged soldiers more hit points, which is okay, nothing too particular. And Kui Drum, heroes do more damage to losing more hit points. They have some sort of like berserk effect. We do now have the Priest and Scout engage each other. Scout took a little extra damage to start out with. Does 0.5 good attack speed, 1 slow attack speed, so I have no idea who won that fight. Blue does find some goats there. They are the goat. And we got a baboon set. I sort of view sets of free animals more of a food bonus than actual combat bonus, because their combat capability is horrible. You can use them in a pinch, but you should really probably try to eat them, because all of the food is delicious. We got Fa being deployed on field, gives access to wall jets, as well as what, shifting sands? That's the primary use for that god. Obtaining boar. Pumbaa's being obtained. Blue's finding a good number of goats as well. Obelisk there. Blue and red both lord.agion up here do have Norm the Minotaur, so he is Zeus gone for Athena. And let's slow down a little bit. It is getting to that phase of the game. I'm gonna open up a drink, my apologies. There's a lot of birds here, a lot of crowned cranes. That's 15 there, that's actually quite significant. I'm just thinking, oh. Bolt's the Wadjet, very nice. The Wadjet's not too particularly strong. Right now I'm just thinking Odin's great hunt god power on all these crowned cranes. And apparently I also did highlight a panda, which some people think it's a bear, some people think it's a marsupial, because it effectively is pretty close to a marsupial, like a kangaroo. Howdy! Again, we do now have the monument to the villagers being plotted in the field. The town center is being powered. Do know as well, does go ahead and kill off the Gazelle set. The empowering town center does not improve village production. I wonder if he knows that or not. It should still improve the drop-off rate. Got a number of obelisks being plotted on field to torment his surroundings. Red does find some goats. We got a couple military barracks being established there. Here, so is there any way for me to take a look at the empowered benefits from here? Applied upgrades? Nope. There's no way for me to see the empowered benefits through the menu right there. I'm pretty sure it helps with like researching, and with resource drop-offs, but doesn't affect anything else. That's the sound of 3 guys building obelisk. We do now have a hoplite, Hercules, Jason, and Norm the Minotaur. The only person that's unnamed is the hoplite. A couple hoplites there. We do now have the scalp axes, improving axeman damage by 25%. He is fighting against Zeus, who tends to go heavy in infantry, such as hoplites. Priest get a good volley there, Norm the Minotaur. He does not have the Wadjet to attack. What am I hearing? That sounded like the Minotaur getting hit by. I was hearing out of my right ear. I don't know if I have the what type of audio settings I have enabled, because right now I'm hearing this stuff coming on the right side of my ear when it's on the left side of the screen. So there may be some audio bugs going on. Am I wearing my headset right? Yeah, my headset's wearing it correctly. Sorry if that seems a little bit stupid of me, but when it's coming out the wrong ear... Okay, I hear it coming out my right ear. Let's switch over to him. Okay, it feels like it's working right. Maybe the damage being hit sound effect is just broken with the Minotaur. Not sure. We do have the Nephitis queued on up for the Scorpion Mans, which also gives Ancestors God power. Shifting Stance is available, which is a very, very powerful God power for H2. It's like Vortex, but much more accessible. I never knew how annoying multiple priests building single obelisk could be, but apparently it is quite annoying. Medium Axeman Spoiling Field, they are improved by the Scalp Axis, increasing the damage output by 15%, not bad. Makes it a bit more effective a counter unit. In which Zeus is going for good number of hoplites, so Axemans are the way to go. Does still need to get medium hoplites, which is still on the build queue, going for the copper upgrades as well. Axemen which go ahead and axe apart some villagers. But villagers can stand up to them. 6.3, 77 health with 1 attack speed. 6 damage, 1 attack speed, 55 health. Villagers are not too terribly weak versus Axemans. Axemans, get gored. Oh, those Axemans will go down. Get a bit of recon going. And we've got a fresh Pegasus now pulling the field. Some relic has been picked on up. Another Wadjet being pulled in the field. I am not a big fan of Wadjets. The attack speed is slow. The damage is not great. They do have a bit of poison effect to them, but I do not like Wadjets. Wadjets do cost 150 wood, 15 favor. Chickens being obtained. And it looks like blue does man gets the baboons, relic monkeys. And you can't eat these. You know how the Sawdoof reduces the build time and cost of farms by 50%. Not bad. I wonder, does that get a combination with that other relic? That's probably... the other relic is still on the map. Restoration utilized. Axemen getting knocked around. Restoration has subsided. Minotaur has been focused down by the priests. Monkeys going down. Overall, thanks to Restoration, Red was able to win that fight. Villagers are going to be hunting down the Hyenas set. This Hyena citizen now engagement's probably good. Villagers need to get inside the town center. Here's our medium hoplites, fully upgraded to Sage. More hoplites in the build queue. Blue's losing a little bit to me villagers right now. 28 versus 38. So he's down by 25%, or Red's head by 33%. And now do have the Sarasi. And the age up's almost complete. Yeah, could have just hold down the town center and these ancestors to protect himself. Didn't need to take unnecessary losses. Go for the Wadjet there. There's a free Scorpion and plenty of free food there, which is good. Also, I think my sound settings may have got bugged out. Feels like my sound's also not only bugging out, but a little bit too loud at the moment. Please give me a moment. I hope it'd be fine.
Πρόσταγμα.
We do now have the Nebity. Increases priest and pharaoh damage against myth units by 100%. We also got the Spirit of Mot. Increases the healing rate of pharaohs and priests. Very nice. But red is not going for too many myth units, so the extra bonus damage is not going to be super important. Plus, the super bonus damage here increases damage from ×5 to ×6, so increasing the damage output against myth units by 20%? It's actually not super great. For something that's already pretty good at. Ancestors not being summoned. Axeman now engaging. Does not have the Heavy Axeman. Heavy Axeman just got completed now. Ancestors do offer 8 damage with decent attack speed. Blue will win the fight. But of course, the Ancestors are temporary. More Axeman build queue. Wadjet does go down to Hercules and Jason. Scorpion Man now getting hit. Monkeys are summoned. Scorpion Man does go down. Ancestors are being picked on up, so Blue will not win the fight. Needs to fall back, regroup, get these villagers back. Maybe go on this gold deposit here. The villagers sneaking on out there. Blue's not responding quick enough, in my opinion. Both sides are going for a bunch of melee units. I'm curious what upgrades Blue has gotten. At this current rate, both players should hold off on shields. They don't need pierce armor. They need pack armor. Blue also got the basic copper upgrades. Definitely should hold off on bronze shields. Right now, Blue's at 34 villagers versus 49. Priests gonna get some good healing there. Villagers should not be pushing forward there. More heavy axemen being deployed in the field. We're now doing 7.7 damage. Hoplites do have 127 health to help resist the extra damage. And axemen only cost 70. Hoplites are what? 90. So Axeman will beat Hoplites, but he's been getting outnumbered. What's going on with the sound? Am I going crazy? It feels like the music's not holding the same tone. We do not have Dionysus now being queued on up, not being reached at the moment. Has plenty of gold, needs a bit more food. Got the plow research. Mid-gold stronghold being pulled in the field, very nice. May want to pull out a second one up here next to this gold deposit. Chariot archers seem pretty good to me at the moment. Right now he has queued up Champion Axeman capable. I think Blues are actually running pretty low on food as well. I wonder if those animals a set have been eaten. They'll just need to get back to Niggle Stronghold. Priests rattling away. Good number heavy axemen here. Dionysus, of course, queued on up. You shall hail Hydra. Another Niggle Stronghold here, very nice. Picked up some berry bushes, good. Has a handful of farms. Remember, his farms are a little bit cheaper, 35 gold. There's our luck up here. Who says it will make them all cost 25% even less, so in theory they get a 75% discount. Unless it's multiplicatively applied, then it'll be less than 75%. 75 less than a 75% discount, more precisely. Barracks deployed being put on the front line. Blue should probably ice some chariot archers, in my opinion. Toxa's being queued on up. Red's now aged up, probably should get out some Hypastus. And going for more Hydras. Let's see, Scarab Pendant, Funeral Rites. Gives 8 gold upon unit death. Bit of refund, these guys do cost 30, so get a little bit of rebate. Hypastus, as well as some Peltas being pulled in the field. Right now he doesn't need the Peltas. Priests are classified as hero, not ranged hero, so they will not be countered by ranged attacks or anti-ranged units. Monkeys are trying to play the villagers. Three monkeys have been slain. More Hydras. these Hydras. This Hydra will get some hits there to get some heads. Pawn needs one more hit to get a second head. He's getting ahead in life. Heavy infantry now queuing up. We've also now got 2 townships for red. Blue only has 1 and already has less villagers. Going for some slingers now to counter out the Hypasis, so the anti-range versus anti-range. Horus queued on up, so he's going to be eyeing some Avengers. They like to spin to win. More obelisks. What's up with the sound balancing? What the hell? This is quiet. Music's not being stable. That heroic sound effect was loud. I do have blue selected, so probably that was Odysseus? I don't know. The sound's just going crazy this game. My apologies. We got some chariot archers been pulling the field. I think chariot archers will be a pretty good addition. We do also have, what's this one here? Spear of Mass. That's finally being actually being researched. Villagers trying to get this gold deposit. We got multiple mid-gold strongholds here. Hydra is taking significant amount of bonus damage from the priest. They do have plus 100% bonus damage. Going from ×5 to ×6. Bronze have been floated in the field, but got a good number of axemen here. Both Hydras have been down. Oh, that's one reason why the Hydra's going down. He's trying to get the Avengers. Only if that series are ever good. Most of the Marvel films have not been good. Villagers migrating over here. Could probably eat Pan. Actually, the Pan doesn't actually have any food. Wait, pandas don't have any food in them? All the hostile wildlife usually have food. I guess, why do pandas not have food in them? I'm assuming priests can also convert them?
Great.
They can't convert them, at least I don't see the mark cursor for it. Howdy. Shifting sands away, it's very nice. One way to save your army. Does try to gauge this fortress here. You now have the War Elephant engaged in the fortress. Hypasis trying to move over here and engage. They do not get bonus in for priests. They're just hero, not range hero.
Enito.
What the? Okay, a sound bug's just going crazy. And that was the priest making that sound? What is going on? Jeez. No, he's spawning out more heroes. Did the current patch break the sound balancing?
Gary.
Or it's just this game. Axeman pushing over here. Blue has a decent army. Mostly Hypasis, some Toxphase, a couple Hypastis, and Hoplites. Because this sound, music's fading in and out. I have no idea why. Hope it's not like this. Got some Axemen being pulled in field.
Girei.
Mid-gold stronghold's gonna go on down. Blue does have a decent arm here, but it is mostly just counter archer. Mid-gold stronghold firing away. Got, of course, these Petrobolos. Right now, Camel Riders seem pretty good to me. Villagers trying to shank Hercules. Mid-gold stronghold gets cancelled. Heroes shouting their entrance. Hercules have 5 health remaining. Let's switch over to Zeus, because there's less heroes that may pop up. Heavy infantry now being queued on up by Zeus, going for some hoplites. They go stronghold takes some damage. There's losing a lot of infrastructure here. He's going down. They're trying to go for more axemen. Has a lot of resource queued on up, but won't be able to go for them anytime soon. Does have decent amount of food and gold stored up. Monument Priest will go down. Good number of counter archers, counter range units. Axemen charging way forward and engage a handful of hoplites. On the right side, just got some monkeys. Axemen push away forward. Odysseus taking some damage. Pharaoh has gone down. Townsend looks like will go down. And overall, right now going for Max Axemen was a counter infantry unit versus Max Heavy Peltas. Both players not trying to counter each other. Hoplites will easily get ripped apart there. Town Center does get destroyed again. Toxidays, Hypastus, Hoplites, everything being queued up by red. Not looking good for blue. And since it's a little bit idle at the moment, I am sound. Speech on, speech volume, everything else is. After this game, I'm going to take a better look at that. Maybe it's just this game that's causing all the audio issues. Unless it's the patch. If it's a patch, I'm probably going to call the stream early because this is actually a bit hurting my ears, having the sound go in and out really badly. Headsets does not like headsets, like feels like pressure waves. I'm not sure if the recording will show this part. It looks like it's going to be a bit of cleanup operation. Blue's not back in the game, and don't think there's any way for him to get back on in, so I'm going to hit the fast forward a little bit. Sound, speech, narrator. Maybe speech volume down. Maybe that'll help out. Nope.